kind of weird being back in this format again. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Last Week in Comics. As you can tell, I'm back home, which means I have a much more interesting set with things like Mini Rip Hunter, who we keep on knocking over. This is also the only official Rip Hunter. Well, there's two, actually. Get out of the fucking way, Booster. And Thomas the Tank Engine, Booster Gold Train. Also, this week, Free Comic Book Day was yesterday, by the time I post this. I wish I did more to promote it, but we were also actively moving at the time, and I was trying to rush back here specifically so I could go to my local comic book shop for Free Comic Book Day, because shout out to Downtown Comics, the North location. I've been going to them since I was, 15. I'm still actively going to them. They're great. I love them. But anyway, this week, not that much came out. And I think it's also partially because it is a Free Comic Book Day. Well, at least on the side of DC, barely anything came out. Can't say the same about the other company, but we're still boycotting them for right now. I might eventually go back to talking about the comics. Well, we're playing it by ear. I want to do the White Wingfoot video essay. You know me. I have, a White Wingfoot, itch in, my entire body. Alright, so for some reason, the first thing listed on RCO for DC is DC Connect, which I thought was just, their free thing that they gave out to, do previews. Oh, wait, I actually read books this week. Okay, so the big release for me this week was the Power Company Recharge. If you've been keeping up with this channel, you know I've been talking about the Power Company since their kind of first, one-shot happened. And then, of course, I was reading Black Lightning. I really enjoyed Black Lightning, and I was so mad that it got canceled. That it stayed a miniseries instead of being extended to an ongoing, like we've seen with other books, like Den's Camp's, Absolute Martian Manhunter. So I was so excited for this book to come out, and it did not disappoint. Here's the problem with it. I need more of this. It's a detective story based around Jace Fox and the rest of the Power Company. So Jace, and then Vixen and Signal are the two other main characters who are in it. Power Company is much bigger. You have Josiah Power, who runs the entire thing. He's in it for a couple panels. And Black Lightning, who's not in it as much as I thought he would be after the end of Black Lightning, but at least he's in it! That's the most we can ask for people of color at DC right now. But anyway, you have this detective story where Jace is like, I don't want to work with you guys. I'm a lone wolf. I'm fucking Batman. Get off my dick. Signal's like, calm down. We can solve this faster if we work as a team. I just really like this book. I like the art style. I like specifically, the team dynamics between everyone. I like everyone was characterized so wonderfully, and just, as people, they, mesh really well together. You know, you have the stronger Jace Fox, who's a little bit more, I don't mean to call him a Batman type, but you know what I mean. You have Signal, who's the more hopeful, young, upstart hero. You have Vixen, who's kind of in between those two, and really, not really taking anyone's bullshit, and I love it. I love this team. Why haven't we gotten an ongoing, DC? I have been begging you. I want people of color. Like Batgirl. Fucking Cassandra has been selling so well and you haven't extended her? What is going on at that company? I get props now that I'm back home. Fun fact, this is actually signed by Kevin McGuire. I also forgot how light this prop was. The second edition is so heavy and, such, a nice weight to it, but this one's, nothing. But anyway, Power Company's great. I think the villain at the end, I know who the villain at the end of it is. It's in the back of my head because he was in Young Justice, or at least the kind of title he was, Agent Liberty, I think it is, or Liberty. It's something that starts with an L, but he was, the villain at the end who was, essentially killing metahumans. This book is so great. DC, listen to me right fucking now. give the power company an ongoing. I need to find a way to, like, attach the mic to the camera, because the mic's over, like, in this direction. And, like, we will figure out the setup eventually. Go read The Power Company Recharged. It's great. DC, get on it. Give them an ongoing! Fun fact about Free Comic Book Day, I wake up at, like, 8 a.m. to go get ready for this thing, and I get there, like, 30 minutes before it opens. Okay, the other book that I read this week was, of course, Question All Along the Watchtower. We finally got the end of this series. Again, just, like, as a really quick wrap-up, like, my opinions of this book have not changed since it was revealed that the main villain was Cyborg Superman, which is, why the fuck is Cyborg Superman here? I thought that this was gonna be, like, a, like, murder mystery on the Watchtower. I did not expect it to happen 3 issues in that, oh, it's Cyborg Superman, and now we gotta go stop Cyborg Superman. There was one really great scene with Renee that really stood out to me, where it's, like, her being, like, circled by all the people she knows, so, like, you know, Kate, Vic Sage, her dead brother, which I didn't know about, and, you know, they're telling her, like, you gotta keep going, man. And I think that that's really powerful. However, I wish it would happen in a book that didn't have their main answer to, like, their murder mystery be Cyborg fucking Superman. I swear, I think every problem I have with this book can be boiled down to, why is Cyborg Superman there? Like, I really wanted a nice, I really wanted a murder mystery on the Watchtower. Quite honestly, I think that the reason that it was revealed so quickly that it was Cyborg Superman was because that this book wasn't allowed to be more than 6 issues, which I think is a crime on DC's part. Like, I, honest to God, need DC to start, like, extending their minis. Like, if you get pitched a Question story, it should not be just 6 issues. The real reason I stuck with this series, outside of just me generally wanting more Charlton characters to have books, is, of course, a couple brief appearances of Ted and Jaime that I got. I really wish that they were in the book more. I wish that this was, like, you have Nightshade as, like, a false red herring. Why didn't we get more, like, Charlton characters? Like, we could have had an all Charlton book. Oops, all Charlton, you know? But I guess DC's too cowardly for that. Honestly, I think it would have been really cool if Nightshade was, like, the main villain. I think it would be a fun twist. I think just in general bringing Nightshade back was such, like, a fun thing to do. I needed more of that. There's so much cool stuff in here. I'm amazed sometimes when I come back and I see all the stuff that's in my room. I just have Wyatt Wingfoot here. Look at him. Look at Wyatt. This is my sexy Wyatt card.
Aren't you supposed to be talking about the comics that came out this week?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to think if there's anything else more I can say about the Question that hasn't already been said. It does seem like they're setting up Renee and Kate to get back together, which, like, I guess. This is why everyone thinks that the only lesbians in DC are cops. Because, like, the only 2 confirmed lesbians are cops, and then you keep on putting them in everything. I don't know. Can't wait to see them both at Pride. Oh, God. I wish that this book was better. I wish... Well, no, I think that the writing was great. I wish that, like, editorial didn't tell them that they had to put Cyborg Superman in there. Because, genuinely, it came out of left field. Who is Cyborg Superman there? I think it's a fun mini. I was mostly just there because I was promised Ted and Jaime at the beginning, and then they didn't follow through. And, like, at this point, I don't know where I'm going to see either one of them. Jaime has been relegated to background appearances in Justice League Unlimited, and fucking Booster's gone, which means Ted's pretty much dead to editorial, so... DC, let me and Stack pitch a blue and gold. Let me and Stack pitch the next blue and gold. Okay, so the other things that came out this week. So, again, there's not much from DC. Detective Comics, the 2025 annual came out. I mean, it's Tom Taylor. No, it's Ewing. Which Ewing? Depending on which Ewing it is, it's always like a 50-50 shot if it's good or not. What Ewing are you? Oh, it's Al? I fucking hate Al Ewing. Just because I want to, like, give, like, a little, what's what happening in the Detective Comics era. I don't know how to pronounce half these names, so Stack's just gonna take a screenshot of that section and show them off right here. So that's that for you. I think they're doing, like, each chapter of, like, they're doing, like, a chapter of, like, a piece of this main story, which I think is really cool. But again, I'm not a big Batman fan. If you know this, if you've been watching this channel long enough, you know not to expect me to talk about Batman that much. We also got the Batman Superman World's Finest 2024 annual. It seems to kind of be, well, it is the part 3 for We Are Yesterday, which is the big kind of event that Mark Waid is spearheading at DC right now. Oh, they have Christopher Cantwell on here? Cantwell can't write. Every single time I hear Christopher Cantwell's name, I just, like, naturally have to do that. Like, something takes over me. Oh, shit. Ted Kord and Jaime cameo in this one. Wait, how are Ted Kord and Jaime in here if Dick Grayson's still Robin? I'm confused. Oh, okay, so there's two main stories. So there's the main one with the kind of dealing with, like, what happened in the issue of Justice League Unlimited with the Legion of Doom. I think that's what they're called. The League of Doom, Legion of Supervillains, whatever they're called. And them essentially combining the worlds of World's Finest and the current DC canon, which is kind of what happens at the end. That was the big thing, is that people were making fun of the two dicks on panel. Dick Grayson, that is! And then the other big thing is, so Clayton Henry, which is an amazing artist, but Clayton Henry and Morgan Hampton, who was the writer, did a story about Jon Stewart and him, like, becoming Green Lantern, being inspired by Hal Jordan, which is, oh my god, it just finally hit me. Oh my god, they changed that. So they made Jon Stewart inspired by Hal Jordan because of the fucking Lantern show that James Gunn is doing. You're fucking kidding me. God damn it. And I can't believe you wasted Clayton Henry on this. Clayton Henry's art is amazing. He's a wonderful guy. I saw him on a panel at C2E2. He's great. It's about Jon Stewart being blamed for his sister's death. Jesus. And then the last thing that came out from DC is Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. What do you mean that has 7 issues, but Black Lightning ended at 6? I'm too tired. I'm done talking about that. Fuck that. Let's move on to the indies, because fuck DC for the Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween having more issues than fucking Black Lightning. What are we doing here? Okay, so from Image Comics, we have G.I. Joe Real American Hero Duke #1. I actually got to give my dad, I bought a new copy, or a reprint copy of issue 21, because I know that that's his favorite issue. I got to give it to him, and then he asked me to bag it, and I was like, okay, I gotta go do that. I forgot about that. I love G.I. Joe comics. I think that they're great. Also, we have Radiant Black #33. I highly recommend that if you haven't checked out Radiant Black, you should go read it. It's just a really good superhero book. I think if you like Invincible and you like Spider-Man and you like kind of like that brand of hero, you're gonna like Radiant Black. Personally for me, I don't like Spider-Man, so instead I read Inferno Girl Red, Radiant Red, and Radiant Pink, which are all women. There is one indie comic that I bought purely based off of the cover. I haven't started reading it yet, but I need to, because we just picked up my comics today. But it's called We're Taking Everyone Down With Us. So it's about, like, this girl and her robot going on a murder spree, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, just like the cover to the first issue like grabbed me so much that like I'm buying like the entire series right now. Because that's how you get me into comics. But hopefully I will start reading it and I will do an official review on it like I have to with Godzilla Heist. And then from Boom, we have Power Rangers Prime #6. If you like Power Rangers, they're still making Power Rangers comics and they're all great. And then also Something Killing the Children still going on, which I did not know that it was. I thought that it had ended already, but I guess like Saga, I don't know much about it. And then my goats, my favorite indie comic studio, IDW. We have another Godzilla vs. America. This is Godzilla vs. Los Angeles. I scrolled through it. I haven't sat down and read it yet because I have been busy. But, so, Godzilla vs. Los Angeles is good, though.
Not as good as
Not as good as Chicago, but I think Chicago was almost too perfectly because it ended with someone from Chicago being like, I'm gonna dump Godzilla in Indiana. Which is the true Chicago experience. But like, again, Godzilla vs. America has to be like the best series. My only gripe with it is that I wish that they did more cities. Like, I wish that they were forced to do one in every single state. And that's because I want Godzilla versus, like, Indiana, where he's just, like, walking through cornfields and he's like, there's nothing to smash.
Godzilla versus the USA.
Godzilla versus the USA. The series has been great. Godzilla comics are great. Go read Godzilla. Go read Mothra, too, actually. That one has lesbians. Oh, and then we have the sequel to Last Ronin. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin 2, Re-Evolution, issue 5 came out. I guess they're doing a sequel to Last Ronin. I think this is actually like a third. They're doing a lot of Last Ronin stuff, and I understand because it is, like, their most popular, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic. Like, even if you have not read previous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics, there's a decent chance you have at least been recommended to read The Last Ronin, so I get why they're doing it. But I kind of think that they need to stop soon, or else it's gonna be overplayed like The Killing Joke. But unlike The Killing Joke, The Killing Joke's just bad. Like, Last Ronin's good, so I don't want it to be ruined. But yeah, that's kind of it for everything that came out this week. Again, because I don't talk about the other big two company, it is kind of always like a kind of slow week. But also, I don't want to talk about the other company. Except for Fantastic Four, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't want movie fans to start looking at me because I'm going to... I hate Joseph Quinn. I hate him so much. Like, I don't like him. He gave me bad vibes from the beginning, and then I found out he was in a war criminal movie, so, like, who turned out to be right? Okay, now I'm gonna probably do, like, an individual haul for TikTok, but, like, I want to kind of show off the books I got for Free Comic Book Day, because, again, these you can only really get from your local comic book shop. You can't pirate these, which also means that they become lost media really easily. So, I got some kids comics. My nieces already took my Tamagotchi comic, because I get them for them, because it's Free Comic Book Day, and, like, if they ruin these books, it's not gonna matter, like, if they ruin an actual comic book. But I got Mega Man. I don't know. I thought it looked cute. I like that they're making new Mega Man comics. Then I also got the Archie Comic Spectacular. I don't know why, but I felt the need to. This is a good thing about Free Comic Book Day. I haven't read Archie since I was a kid. And so it's just nice to see Archie again. Or have an Archie book. But I don't want to, like... I like buying the little, like, newspaper stand ones. And then I got Kanga Yu, the, like, Wonder Woman, like, kid book. I don't know. It seemed fun. I like it when they do Wonder Woman media for young girls. It's always some of my favorites. Oh, this one has a... Okay, and then, of course, because it's the summer of Superman soon, I had to get the preview for the Superman's Good Guy Gang. Oh, Oh, shoot! Guy Gardner's in this. I forgot about that. But there's also an advertisement for Batman and Robin and Howard, which I like that series still going on. I love comics for kids. I think it's great, which is also why I got Speed Racer. I watched a 2-hour video essay, and it reminded me about how much I loved Speed Racer as a kid, so to see this, I genuinely am going to pick up the full ongoing, or the full series when it comes out. And then because I've also been getting into Gundam, which also, just in general, this is a lot thicker than a lot of Free Comic Book Day books are, because they're mostly previews, but, like, this one is, like, thick and nice quality, which is nice. Oh, that's why they're coming out with stuff. So, this is actually my dad's, like, favorite Gundam series, Gundam Wing. So they're having a comic. They had a comic because I guess it's the 30th anniversary of this book. Oh, shoot, I remember that Gundam. That is one of my dad's favorites. I have a thing about it. But, like, so, I had to pick up Gundam. I love Gundams. I like building them at, like, little Lego sets. This one I thought was wild to see in person, but they're fucking Mad Cave's making the Phantom again? I don't know what this is. I saw it and I was like, what do you mean the Phantom's back? So I have this now. I'm gonna read it and enjoy it. And then, so Boom actually does, like, a little, like, preview book, so it's multiple different, like, stories in here. So I got Boom's 20th, just to check it out. I need to start supporting more indies. These two next ones are both so important to me. I don't know which, I guess I'll talk about the absolute one last. And then from IDW, they have a preview to, Godzilla, The New Heroes. It's really good. My mutual squid has already read it. I've been kind of busy today, but it's amazing. Go check it out. Go support your local comic book shops, as always. And then the big reason I came to my local comic book shop at 10:30 a.m., because usually the DC and Marvel books go first, is the All-In special. So this has been promoted a lot, because it is a preview into tying kind of Superman Unlimited back to the All-In, or back to the Absolute Universe, so it's actually a double book. So you have this one, which is a preview for Superman Unlimited, and then if you flip it over, you have a preview for the Absolute Universe and kind of the breaking point between the two. Why does that guy have Ted Kord's glasses? Look, there's this guy in here. Why does he have Ted Kord's goggles? I know what that means. I've seen Red Scarab, or Red Beetle, and Gold Beetle. I know what having Ted Kord's glasses means. But essentially, it's someone trying to piece together, like, what's happening in the Absolute. Why does he have Ted Kord's glasses? I really hope that what's in here is a preview into Absolute Blue Beetle, where we get, like, a Ted Kord without booster, and then he finds the broken and destroyed booster in the back, and he's like, ooh. I don't know what the fuck this is. Shit, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this new era. This is gonna be fun. So, that's kind of it for last week in comics. Someone saw that I had a White Wingfoot shirt on, and was like, oh, White Wingfoot? And I was like, yeah. They didn't know that they were talking to the White Wingfoot historian. And that's kind of it for last week in comics. I don't have anything else I need to talk about. Up here is going to be another video for you to watch. Is it another episode of Last Week in Comics? I don't know. Is it Ash and Their Fantastic Friends, my live show I do every Saturday, 9 p.m. EST? I don't know. Is it YouTube short? I don't know. I don't know what they put up here, and I don't like watching my own videos. And then down here is going to be the playlist for Last Week in Comics. So if you want to find out what I've been talking about for the last, like, almost half a year now, is about to almost come up to a year of Last Week in Comics. So if you want to find out what happened the last week in comics, go click here. And then, of course, like, subscribe. Because I'm back home and I have all of this beautiful stuff, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, specifically about how to start collecting comics. So if you really want to start getting into physical collecting, but don't know where to start or don't know how, I can teach you. And also teach you why you should never buy. Don't buy CGC graded shit. It's a scam. I don't. If you actually want to, like, open the comics and appreciate them, you don't fucking grade them. God. Okay, but the subscribe. Subscribe right here. I'm so used to, like, the subscribe kind of being a little bit further away, but I'm a little bit closer now, so subscribe right here. And hopefully I will also do the Wyatt Wingfoot video essay in less than a year. Or almost a year. Jesus. Why did technically, Wyatt's, like, anniversary is in, like, January. Why did I say it for June? I don't fucking know. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, okay? It's his 60th anniversary next year. I have to put him in. And cut.